When we have a vibrating membrane, again, this vibrating membrane of the speaker, for example, when I do this vibration here, we don't hear anything. It's very quiet. Why? Because it's too slow. It's too slow. But when I would do this faster, about 20 times a second, then we would hear a very, very deep sound. I cannot make it much deeper than that. So our hearing starts at frequencies, we call this frequencies, around 20 hertz, 20 vibrations per second. So these are very deep sounds. And when you go up to, say, 100 hertz, that would be a tone like this, would be 100 hertz. And 1000 hertz, it's so high I can't do this. And it ends at about 20 kilohertz. Not for me, I'm too old, but young children, they're able to hear up to 20 kilohertz, so 20,000 vibrations per second. But when you get older, usually your hearing degrades, and typically the high frequencies are the first, which are like getting poorer in hearing. So, but our hearing is not equally sensitive for all the frequencies. So our auditory system is most sensitive for frequencies between about 1000 and 4000 hertz. So then we can pick up really minor, very, very small sound pressures. At very high frequencies, for example, like 15 kilohertz, you need higher sound pressures that you can hear this actually. And the same is true for the low frequencies. For example, a tone of, say, 20 hertz, you need something like 60 or 70 dB so that you are able to hear this. So our auditory system, our hearing, is sensitive to different frequencies, but not in the same way for all the frequencies. That's the reason why the so-called A-weighted decibel scale was introduced. So sometimes you hear this, or you see this, that machinery makes noise of, say, 75 decibel A. So what does A mean? It's a so-called frequency weighting. It means that the very low frequencies and the very high frequencies, they are not weighted, so they are kind of attenuated. Because our hearing is not very sensitive. One example, when you're in a car, for example, and the engine is on, but you're not driving. So it's very quiet normally in that car. If you would take a sound level meter, and if you would just look at the sound pressure level, you would see something like 90 or even more decibels. So this is quite a lot, 90 decibels. But this is only because of the very low frequencies of the engine. You can't hear this, or you are very, very faintly you hear this. So you have strong sound pressures due to the engines, but you don't hear this, or you only hear a little. That's why we have the A level, or the A-weighted decibels. This means that the very low frequencies and the very high frequencies, they are attenuated to give a measure which is more related to our hearing.